Hey y'all, it's Farmer MeeMaw, and today I'm going to show you something that has become a little bit of an obsession lately. One of my friends on Facebook posted about drinking a spiced tea, which sent me on a search. What is spiced tea? And as I searched, chai tea came up as spiced tea, and they're very similar. I'm still not exactly sure what the difference is, but I want to show you what I've done. It is so good. It spices up my regular tea a little bit and gives that warm and cozy fall feeling that everybody is just in love with right now. Now, you could also call it a pumpkin spice tea if you wanted to. And the way I'm making mine is with my French press. You can make it just in a cup. You can make it in a jar, and then, or you could probably even make it in a coffee pot maybe. But I'm using my French press, and let me show you what I'm doing though to make my spice. I was looking in my cabinet. Now this isn't how I've been making it, but I'm going to mix this up because what I have is a bunch of expired spices, like full containers. And this one is allspice. I have 2 pumpkin pie spice and some ground nutmeg, and all of those are in spiced tea. And I know I'm not going to be using, if I make any recipes other than this, if I make any recipes with any of these spices, I'm not going to want expired spices. I'm going to want fresh, pungent spices. And so I'm just going to mix all these up. 2 of them are pumpkin pie spice, 1 of them is allspice, and 1 of them is ground nutmeg. I mean, and I've been smelling them. Woo. And they still smell. They still have some flavor to them. But this is just how I'm going to be using them to get rid of all of this. Now, and like I said, they're all full. Ground nutmeg. And here's what I'm going to do though. These are all of the expired things that I'm going to be using. But I also, like right now, my current obsession is clove. Ground clove, whole clove, but then you have to ground it. So clove is my obsession. I choose clove over cinnamon for just about anything. I love. And we put clove in baked beans. We put clove in pumpkin pie spice. Clove will go in lots of things, whether they're savory or sweet. But I don't, my cinnamon and my clove are not expired, and so I don't want to mix in a bunch of them with this. But what I'll do is I have this. I will add some of this to my French press, and then I will add the cinnamon and the clove separately because I don't want to put all of them. Plus I want to have a lot of that flavor in my tea. So like I'm just going to put, like, you know, a heaping spoon. That should be enough. And then actually I'm going to, because this is tea, these are individual serving sizes, and this is, there's 2 here. I'm going to put both in because, well, no, you know what? I'm going to make a smaller glass, so I'll just put 1 in. If I make one of my larger coffee mugs, I put in 2. And so then into that, I am just going to add some cinnamon and clove on top of that. And just think, you guys, ginger is also in a lot of recipes for a spiced tea, and I think ginger would be amazing, but I don't have any ginger right now, or I would be adding some fresh ginger as well, or some unexpired ground ginger. And then I go heavy-handed on the clove. Like I said, I am in love with clove, and my clove does not like pour fast enough for me. I'm gonna get a spoon. And clove can be very pungent, so for some people a little bit goes a long way. So I'm making a mess, but for me, I like a lot. So anyway, so there is my clove. And now I'm just going to add my hot water that I boiled on the stove. I turned it off right before, you can see it's still smoking. I turned it off right before I turned on the recorder there. So we're going to go about right there. That should be enough for a small cup. Use my spoon here. And I'm just going to stir it. And then let it set for 4 minutes, which is how long you usually let a tea or a coffee set to steep. Now, after I'm done, I will probably add some heavy cream to it and a little sweetener, because y'all know me, that's what I do. But that is all there is to it. Now, the cool thing about this is that if you think about the medicinal qualities of clove and cinnamon and ginger and what are the nutmeg and allspice. I don't know about nutmeg and allspice, but just clove and ginger and cinnamon. I will put a link down below to a blog post that I'm going to be writing for where I'll talk about all of the medicinal and healing qualities of those spices. And if they're already for nutmeg and allspice, I'll add those as well. But that's all there is to it. So let me know in the comments below. Have you ever had spice tea or chai tea? Do you make your own mixes with your spices? What do y'all do with expired spices? Do you just throw them out, or do you make do with them and try to use them up quickly when you know that they're either just past or about to go past their use by date?